What's up guys, Kid Knockout here, and today I'm bringing you a little bit of free-for-all gameplay on the map Arcanen or Arcadian. I'm not really sure how to pronounce his name, but the gun I'm using is the CM901, which is it's a pretty good gun. I like it. I don't know why people don't hate it so much, but I feel comfortable with it and I use it actually quite a lot. But today's gameplay is or commentary is not about the gameplay itself like it ever is, but it's actually about the second part of my first impression series of Modern Warfare 3, and today I'm going to talk about the positives or the things that I feel that Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer games have done to create a much better first-person shooter experience. Now, when I talk about positives in Modern Warfare 3, the first thing that comes to my mind is the strike packages, which is the specialist, support, and assault packages. And I really hope that Treyarch implement this on Black Ops 2 or whatever the name of the new Treyarch Call of Duty will be, because I feel that in previous Call of Duty games, if you had a better team of slayers or people that have high KDs, then you had a much higher chance of winning than if you had a team full of support players or people that only really care about objectives. And it's not necessarily true on Black Ops, but in Modern Warfare 2, this is true, because I mean, if you can get pay flows within 2 or 3 minutes of the game, then you pretty much had a lot, because those pay flows will kill you and throw you completely off your game because it's a constant death. So I feel that by Infinity Ward putting in this support package where your kill streak does not reset when you die, and you can do things like putting SAM turrets, do counter UAVs, do EMPs, in my opinion helps a team and balances out those great slayers with a great great support and great team play. Now, I myself, I'm not a great slayer or a KD player. I only have like a 1.80 right now, I believe. So I'm not a great 2 KD player or none of that thing. So I feel that sometimes when I'm playing against better players, I'm actually very successful using the support packages, because I throw them off the game by constantly putting some counter UAVs and some EMPs. And I think that's the thing that the Modern Warfare 3 or Infinity Ward was trying to accomplish, and I think they did that very well. And I think I really hope it comes back for Black Ops 2 or the next whatever the next Call of Duty game will be. Now, as far as map design and what I think of the maps, I think it's all to personal preference. In my opinion, sometimes I feel like the map sucks because my pay flow or my Reaper can't get to those little soldiers, because there's too much damn buildings all over the place. But when I'm in the other side of the equation, where I'm getting hit by payloads and things of that nature, I'm glad that the map designs are like this, because I can't get killed by the payloads and I can't get killed by the air support. So in my opinion, map design is all about personal preference, and if you're a high KD player and you can get a lot of kill streaks really fast and always gets like those payloads and things of that nature, then you're gonna hate the maps of Modern Warfare 3. But if you're one of those players that are always in the receiving end of a shopper gunner or or things like that, like sometimes I am, then you don't hate the maps as much as the other guy would. But as I said, to me, I don't mind the map design, although I do respect the other guy's opinion that the map kind of sucks, because it's open to personal preference. Now, as far as guns and how the guns feel and how powerful they are, I love the fact that there's a large options of different guns that you can use. And I think by having a lot of overpowered guns, then the guns themselves are not overpowered, because you have such a large selection that, I mean, in what way are they overpowered? So I really like the fact that you got things like the Type 95, the ACR, the Scar L, you got the PP90, and those type of guns that are really powerful and can kill really fast, but at the same time there's enough of them to not make them overpowered. It just makes them another great option in your gun gameplay. Overall though, I like the game. I really do. I think it's you know, a good first step, although there are things like the spawn system, which is such a critical part in the game that still needs to be fixed. I do feel that you know, they are moving the right step. Hopefully the next game will fix all the things that was wrong in Call of Duty, or at least half the things that was wrong in this Call of Duty. That's what we can hope for. But if I have to give it a number of 1 to 10, what I think, 10 being the best and 1 being the worst, I think I have to give it an 8. And reason why I give it an 8 and not a 9 or something like that is because you know, the spawn system to me is a big part of my criticism of the game, and it's such an integral part of a first-person shooter that I feel it has to be done, or it has to be fixed. Now, if it gets fixed, then it's definitely a 9 or maybe a 9.5. There are things like death streaks that kind of pisses me off, but overall though, it's a great game. It's a lots of fun, and hopefully you guys like it like as much as I do. I enjoy the game, and it's a great option for you guys if you in your game library, if you will. But I think the gameplay is about to end right now. I go 30-8, not my best, but to be honest with you, it's not far off from my best. So I decided to put it up there. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next game. Bye bye, guys.